retired landscape gardener. I've got 2 grown-up children and 3 grandchildren. And I've always knitted from a child. My mum taught me how to knit, and I taught my daughter how to knit, and also my granddaughters, although they think they don't do the knitting now. I was diagnosed with Alzheimer's when I was 59, and I sort of went off. I didn't do any knitting myself then, but especially during lockdown, I've picked up my knitting needles again, and I find it a real good way for mindfulness. But I don't like knitting things for myself. I like to knit for other people. It's very intricate, and you knit 7 of these and then sew the 7 panels together so that you can't see the join. And then you knit a lacy border that you sew all the way round, and the edge, you don't put the border on the edge, and it comes out like scalloped. So I can knit one of these in a night, 1 panel. So if I concentrate, if I'm sitting, I've got to be knitting. And when it's finished, I have this sense of achievement. But as I say, I'll only knit if it's for other people benefit from it. I never knit anything for myself. If I'm doing something for somebody else, I concentrate more and make sure it's right. And I get a lot of pleasure in doing things for other people. It's more the giving than, I get more pleasure in giving. The Deep Network that asked all the groups through the network that it would be lovely at the end of this when we can meet up to have this big hug. So it was put out if people would like to knit 5-inch squares or crochet squares or fabric squares, whatever, and send them in, and when we meet up we'll sew them together, and then you can nominate a blanket to another group or keep your own. So we'll all have a memory of this lockdown time and the things we did while we were in lockdown. So I've put deep and D-side. I've embroidered deep and D-side on some of my squares, and some of them I've seen, I mean, Wendy Mitchell's are fantastic. And I gave her some tips on knitting to get her started again, because she'd forgotten how to, the process of it, and hers have ended up better than me. So it must be a good teacher. But they're all wonderful. So, and it'd be nice if we could all get together to sew them up, I think. But that was good as well, because it's something that's close to my heart, the deep and innovations in dementia, and they've all become part of my family.